Hey guys, so I got a little flack with my last video when I said that Fenris wasn't as good of an offensive set to go for compared to the Anuhart set from DP. And some players seem confused on how to compare the two sets, so I figured I'd make a guide for you guys so you can go and compare any set in the game against other sets and look at the stats and make the decision yourselves using the facts and the actual numbers. So in order to do this, we are going to go to aionnotes.com, which is my website I've put up with that I'm constantly updating with information and links to guides and everything for anything and everything that has to do with Aion, both retail and classic. We're going to go to the link library, and once we are here, we are going to scroll down to the very bottom under miscellaneous, and there is a character builder sheet right here. So if you click on this, it'll reroute you to a new site, and here we have a character builder where you can do everything on here. You can do stigma calculations, armor, gear, socketing, lots of things. So the first thing you do is you set your character's level, which for classic we're going to be level 50. You select your character that you are playing as. So I'm going to do a sorcerer. And now I am just going to go in and I'm going to fill it out with the full Fenris set. So I just click on the piece I want to do, which right here is the chest. I type in Fenris, and the Fenris tunic shows up. I'm going to do the leggings, pauldrons, gloves, shoes. So here's the full armor set, and as you can see, you have to hold down Alt while using your middle mouse scroll button in order to scroll through and see the full set effects, because it is displayed the same way that retail is displayed right now, which is different than what we have in classic. It's a little annoying, but it's something that you have to do. And then, like this says right here, this is the first set I have up. It says click to display the set name, control click to rename. So I'm going to control and left click, and let's call this first set Fenris. Let's add another set by clicking this little green addition right here, and let's call this Anuharts. And then I can swap between the two sets. In the second set, make sure I'm level 50. Sorcerer, let's do Anuhart right here, and it comes up with a sorcerer tunic. And this is why it's important to select your class as well, because Anuhart actually has a different set for the sorcerer and for the SM, and you have to be the proper class in order to wear it. So now I have the full Anuhart tunic set. Something I want to point out real quick about the Anuhart set, and this was in part of my deciding factor why it was better, is if you go over these two sets, Fenris is only 4 slots. Where the Anuhart set that can drop, you can get up to 5 slots unlocked on each piece, and 5 extra slots is quite a difference. Depending on how you socket, it can make a huge difference. But now I have my 2 sets up, Fenris and Anuhart. Now we can go and click this comparison, and it'll compare the 2 stats for us, so we can go through these stats and see. Anuhart has more attack speed than Fenris, because neither set gives you cast speed, unfortunately, for the Sorcerer Cloth set. And then we can go down, we can see the concentration. Fenris is just better by 3 points. That's very minuscule. The crit spell is the same on them. The physical defense is better on Fenris. Like I said, Fenris is really great for defensive stats, not so great for offensive stats. And then we can just keep going down and looking at all these different stats. And right here is the big difference. Magic boost. The Fenris set only gives you 269, where the full Anuharts is going to give you 412. That is huge. That's almost double. So that's why I say the Anuhart set is much better than the Fenris for offensive players, at least for the cloth. And the fact that it can be possibly 5 slot too. I mean, you can socket so much magic boost with that. It is crazy. But as you can go down and look through other stats as well, max HP Fenris wins by 300 HP. But again, you're losing out on a lot of magic boost. But you can go ahead and do this with just about any gear set in the game and compare them and look. And we can even add the weapons if you want. As you can see, there are different weapons that you can choose from and add onto here, which changes some stats as well. So it's just a nice little tool that I thought I'd show you guys it. There's also a Stigma Calculator here to see what you have to stack to unlock what routes for Grayer Stigmas to unlock them. This is based off of current retail, I believe, so well, up to level 65, so it might not be 100% accurate for Classic for the Stigma build, but it still helps. The cost should be the same for Stigma Shards and Abyss Points. That should be accurate. But there are other things you can go in and look at too, like you can click this character stat and see what the character stats would be with these sets. It's a little cleaner and easier to read through. There's also a German mode if you are a German speaker. If that's your primary, it might be a little easier for you guys. And my personal favorite is you can share this to show others the different builds. So just a neat little tool. I highly advise you guys play around with it when you have some downtime, maybe when you're AFK crafting or something. Tab out and use this and play around with different gear sets, different mana stone builds. Help maximize your DPS and everything, or make yourself into a super uber tank if you're trying to do that. Another thing we can do is we can click on this and we can choose the enchant level and go and add enchant stones to this as well. And as you can see, it does have the combo stones, which we don't have in Classic yet. That is much later. That's 3.7 update, I believe, or 3.5 is when we first start seeing those. So I would ignore those, but you can do magic boost stones and select the level. For right now, we can only go up to level 50. So just keep that in mind when you're doing the mana stones as well. But lots of great tools, great web page. Props to the creator, whoever made this, designed by whoever this person is. These two people are. I'm not going to try to butcher your names. Thank you guys for making this tool and keeping it up for so long. I have used it over the years, and I personally really love it. I don't know where I would be without it, because it's helped me make some major gameplay decisions. So thank you guys for making this. I hope you guys liked the video. Share it to your friends. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel. We are getting so close to the 500 mark for subscribers. Let's see if we can hit that. And as always, I hope to see you guys in game.